America has hit the point of no return. Each person owes roughly over $150,000. And that is because we are collateral in the United States. We're seeing a lot of race wars. We're seeing corruption in our government. We're seeing corruption in corporations. We're seeing corruption in the churches. We're seeing corruptions in the family and the breaking of the family of marriages. We're seeing women that don't want to have children. And we're seeing men that don't want to take responsibility of having a child. We're seeing where there's laws that are being put in place through wicked leadership for hundreds of years. Laws and legislation that stated that we were founded on a Christian nation is not true. Our past presidents were into Masonic corruption, and they weren't for all people. Like they said, all people are created equally. All people are not created equally, because a group of people, as we know who we are, were not treated equally. And now it's 2024, and we're seeing inflation like we've never seen it before. Eggs, $8, gas, $7, $8 in California. We're seeing the housing prices skyrocket. We're seeing fire insurances that are skyrocketing. Seeing HOAs going up. People can't even afford to buy houses. We're seeing rent that used to be $500, $600, $800 for a 2-bedroom, or a 3-bedroom for like $1,200. Now they're like $3,000 for a 3-bedroom. We're seeing our economy. We're seeing where the pandemic happened, and we were on lockdown for 3 weeks. Some people lost their jobs because they refused to take the vaccine. You think this is all based on what the government is doing? Let me tell you, Satan has a group of people, it's called the serpent people, that has been in place for centuries to control and try to rule the world. His agenda is to take every soul that he can to hell, because he knows he can't be redeemed. The government has said that they're going to start an agenda. I guess I heard it was Agenda 21, that they're going to be putting people in cities. And I see a lot of this done already in China. And they will do that just to manage you. The economy will go into hyperinflation, as we're seeing right now. We're seeing that our children are in school and they're not learning anything. A lot of these children can't even read and write, and they don't even practice courtesy. And believe it or not, I was born in the 60s, and I've seen a lot of things happen, but they have removed a lot of this from the books and rechanged things. How do I know? I went back to school. I went back to college to get my second degree in business. And I was in a class with people that were young kids that were in their 20s. They had no idea about what has gone on in the 60s and the 70s, in the 80s and in the 90s. They know nothing about President Nixon. They don't know anything about Bill Clinton. They certainly don't know anything about Biden, the 1994 crime bill. Oh, yeah. We know about the war on drugs, Reagan, Bill Clinton. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on. A lot of legislation, a lot of laws has been in place. But it's interesting that every 25 years, the president, whoever's in office, has to sign I don't know if it's legislation to allow black people to continue to vote. And we had a black president. Why didn't he amend that? That we don't have to do that anymore. You know, the government is so much in debt, trillions of dollars in debt. But they keep printing money. And they're giving it out like it's Skittles. They're giving it out to other countries. Why are they seeing American citizens lose their homes, lose their cars, lose their jobs, lose their businesses, lose a lot of things? You know, in Revelation 6:6, it says, 4 living creatures, saying a quart of wheat cost a whole day's wages. Out of a quart of wheat, you can make a loaf of bread. In the near future, the way inflation keeps going up, a loaf of bread could cost $200, a whole day's wages. Look how our gas prices have went from $2.85 to $6.85 in a matter of 4 years. You should be worried when the news start agreeing with the Bible. Believers, he's talking to you. If you believe you will not go through anything, you won't be prepared. Men will try to kill you. It says that you will be persecuted for your faith. Many people are going to be shocked when they have to decide if they're going to stand with God or if they're going to stand with Satan. There is nothing worth missing God. But when you stand before Him, will you be counted worthy? And why is the pastors not preaching about this? You know who the first people they're going to be dealing with is the military. They're going to deal with the prisoners because they have no rights. They're going to deal with people that are on government programs. All you guys are going to be first. And then they're going to deal with the rest of us. If you love your life, you will lose your life. Satan wastes your time on distractions. Satan will make you so busy you won't have time for God. But the pastors, you are not training yourself to be prepared. The greatest manual to look at is the Bible right now. It's telling you day by day what is happening. You don't have to look at the news, the social media agenda to try to figure out what's the next step. There's going to be false prophets. There's going to be false pastors. And people are going to be deceived and fooled. I can tell you that right now. In Matthew 24:11, it says that many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, sin, the love of many shall wax cold. Repent.